Hi, my name is Dylan McFarland, and I'll be playing the lawyer for Mr. Labarbera.
Hi, I'm Brandon, and I'm playing the attorney for Mr. Wynn.
Hi, I'm Tyler McLaughlin, and I'll be acting upon the opinion of the court.
During a visit to Las Vegas in late March of 2008, Italian citizen Mario Labarbera was hosted at the Wynn Hotel and Casino by Alex Pariente, an employee at the Wynn Hotel who was the only Italian-speaking employee. During his last night of his stay, Mario was enjoying copious amounts of alcohol, which resulted in him losing over $1 million of his own money. He then was loaned $1.07 million in casino markers that included repaying interest of 18% and other fees that would cause the borrowed money to total $2.626 million. When Mario Labarbera had woken up, he went back to Italy without acknowledging the debt that he was in when he signed the contract that night. Wynn, after finding out about his lack of acknowledgement and ability to repay, filed a lawsuit against Mario Labarbera, which led to him making claims that he was too intoxicated to be able to sign a contract for a loan worth so much and that it should not be valid. He also claimed that the signature on the contract was not his and that he was not liable for the repayment of that loan.
So, Mr. Labarbera was not forced to consume any alcoholic drinks that night and could not specifically recall how many drinks he had that night. Additionally, once Mr. Labarbera regained consciousness the next morning, he did immediately try to invalidate the contract. It was not until Wynn filed a lawsuit against Mr. Labarbera that he then tried to void the contract that he had signed. This lack of action taken by Mr. Labarbera only reassures that this contract is valid. The evidence presented during our deposition with Mr. Labarbera were sufficient enough, which is why we believe that the court should not accept the video testimony from Mr. Labarbera and his counsel.
Mr. Labarbera is not currently present as he currently resides in Italy and has allowed me to represent him today here in court. Under the interpretation of NRS 463.368, Wynn cannot completely ignore the fact that Mr. Labarbera suffers from mental illness and has a gambling addiction. We would like to move for an equitable estoppel in order to reinstate the previous facts that were previously stated. Due to the fact that my client was clearly intoxicated at the time of the creation of the contract, which shows that my client was not in the correct state of mind in order to have the capacity to enter into the contract. My client has only spoken to Alex Pariente, who was translating for him during the night in question. However, Wynn has failed to present Mr. Pariente here in court for question. We believe that the court has abused their power by telling Mr. Labarbera that Mr. Pariente was not forced to testify, even though he was the only employee that spoke to my client when the contract was written and signed.
We have ruled that the original case shall be remanded and a new trial will take place back at the district court. It has been found that the ruling to not allow Mr. Labarbera to testify over a video conference was an abuse of the court's power. We have also found that due to the language barriers and geographical differences, the ruling to not allow Mr. Labarbera to testify over video was causing him to not be able to testify on his behalf at all. The district court will conduct a new trial under the circumstances that a video testimony will be allowed. Furthermore, there will be an investigation will set forth in order to determine the mental capacity of Mr. Labarbera with regards to his intoxication. The district court shall use the clear and convincing standard in order to correctly determine the outcome of this case based on the evidence of intoxication.